Hey, you guys. So, I have a message for you today, and it's related to the question, are we in the end of days or the days of revelations? The answer to that question is yes, we are. But it's not what y'all think it is. It really is not. Y'all want the world to end so bad. Y'all want there to be this apocalyptic, dystopian understanding so bad. And that is exactly why human beings are not in charge of what's going on with this world. Y'all are afraid because y'all don't know what's coming. But destruction is just the other side of creation. Everything that you're seeing is just the beginning of releasing out the old understanding to make way for the new earth, all the things that you've asked for, cried for, begged for. That's what it is. But the old must be destroyed in some sense. So all this, we live in unprecedented times? Yes, we are. And they're about to continue to be unprecedented because that is how you bring in new. New means it's different from what you had before. So guess what? It's going to look different. Right now we're seeing a lot of terrible things going on. However, again, destruction is the other side of creation. Right now is the terrible, but the beautiful side is coming too. The beautiful side is coming too. So I know y'all may have anxiety and worries and stress about a lot of things that are going on, but this is because it is the end of days. It's the end of the old world understanding. The new world is beginning to be birthed. And just like a woman giving birth to a child, it's a painful process. It's not an easy process. Sometimes a woman might be in labor for, a day or more, trying to give birth. So understand that's what's happening. A new world, a new understanding is being birthed. A new world order is being birthed. All of that is true, but it's not the understanding that people think it is. Now, that doesn't mean that there are things that are not going to survive in this new. There are certain things that will not. But much of it is things that are egregiously terrible, that should not come into the new, that cannot be a part of a golden era of things. That's the understanding. I'm not saying not to be afraid. I'm not saying not to be anxious. You're going to feel those things. But it's okay. Because at the end of the day, none of what you see in front of you, none of the people, none of the understandings that you see around you are in charge of this. The Creator is. And you don't have to know what's going on. It knows what's going on. It very much knows what it's doing and what's happening. So if you can, do your best just to trust in that process. Do your best to trust that something greater than you has a lot that it wants to bring you. And it is wondrous things. Spirit has shown me so many amazing things that it's going to bring to us when it's time. And there are many people, many spiritualists who have gone through their own process of growing that, may also be a part of helping to assist that, who may also be ambassadors of the Creator in that sense, to help usher in this understanding. So I'm not saying you're not going to be afraid, but don't worry. As much as possible, don't worry. Spirit has already prepared the ones who need to be prepared to help usher in this age and this time for you. These individuals are going to start to show up and start to pop up. And another thing that you should know, this new way of doing things is going to call for you to step into your soul understanding. It's going to call for you to really, really begin the process of stepping into your divinity, stepping into the truth of who you really are. And that will more than likely mean the crumbling down of a life you may have created based off your ego. It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be fun, but it's going to be worth it. It's a worthy understanding. It's a worthy understanding. A better life, a better world. But a you that can exist in that world abundantly. fulfilled. That's the understanding here. The last 5 years, since 2020, the last 5 years has been a limbo phase. It's been a waiting phase. It's been a phase of giving people an opportunity to step into as much as of their soul understanding as possible so that they can more easily be integrated into this new world, this new understanding. Because that's another thing. The end of days and the great awakening are the same thing. The book of Revelations and the great awakening are the same thing. Because what is something being revealed to you, but you waking up to something? It's the same thing. And so understand that there have been 5 years. You've had 5 years of a chance to wake up and start to step into more awareness. You have had 5 years to do so, to make this process easier for yourself. And there are individuals who have been waiting for the right time, waiting for the say-so, waiting for the push from spirit saying, okay, it's time to usher in the new, like really, really bring it in. There are people you can call ambassadors of the Creator who have been waiting for this understanding, who are now prepared to assist. So those individuals are going to start to show up. Those individuals are going to start to do their part and shift in this new understanding for you. So I know you may be afraid, but it gets better. It's going to get better. It's going to be wondrous. It's a time of new, creative, innovative understandings. That's what's happening. And I know it's rough. I know it feels like maybe we're not going to come out the other side of this, but we are. Some people already have. Some people are, really already beginning to, and others are going to follow. It really just depends on how much work that you've already done and your emotional and spiritual understanding, in a sense. If you've done over the last 5 years the work to begin stepping into your truest self, stepping into your divinity, and when I say that, I mean stepping into the truth of your soul self. If you've done that work, then you're pretty much already on the other side of it. And if not, then, it might be time for you to get down and do some work. But you're going to have the support you need to do so. There are people that have been prepared for you, so it's going to get better. It's going to get better. But that's really the message that I had. Spirit really wanted me to just come. I mean, it was really bothering me. I'm trying to over here sleep and everything. And then it wanted me to come in and share this message. This is not the end in the way you think it is. And that's why humanity is not in charge of anything. You may think that these people out here in charge of stuff. I give it to you. They on a lower level, they are. Whatever the case may be. There's a structure here for a purpose. But there is a greater understanding that's in charge of certain things. And that is helping to shift things. It's like, I'll give you an example. After humanity dropped those nukes on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, they were like, oh, nothing will ever grow here again. Nothing will ever grow here again. It's all over. Nothing will ever grow here again. And guess what? Things out there growing, because you can't end something that you did not create. You cannot end something you cannot create. And there are people that are about to find that out. But yeah, it's just a new day. It's just a new beginning. It's just a transformation. But that's all I have. I hope this message resonated with you. And if it didn't, I hope you find what does.